Hi, fellow traders. Man, I hope you guys had a hell of a lot better day than I had. And my day was just garbage. You can tell by this cracked up and angry emoji that I've got that I did not have a good day. It ended pretty good. It ended pretty good. Had a good earnings trade, a really, really good class. Um, so I think I didn't leave till like after 6 today. But all of that, man, today was I was a train wreck. But it just so happened that during lunch, I I posted my angry emoji and all that stuff. But during lunch, I saw ET's, or I don't know, you may know him by ET the hip hop preacher, or ET Eric Thomas. He's like my life coach. So he had a post today, and the first thing I heard him say, the first thing that came out of his mouth, he's like, "You think it's gonna be easy? Forget about it. It. All right, don't even try to be successful. It's a wrap because it's not gonna be easy. Because you're gonna feel some pain. You're gonna feel that pain go through your body, but as it leaves your body, it's gonna be replaced by success. So you gotta change your mindset. Stop looking at pain as if it's a negative. Because if what we're doing was easy, everybody would do it. And if we could outlast the pain, if we could get through that discomfort, then success is going to replace it. It's if you're going to be in pain, you got to get something out of it. And that is just what I needed to hear. I can't believe it's almost like he knew what I was going through and he put that message there for me. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. And man, that motivated me and it got me thinking, hey, this day is not over. You know what you got. You know what you can do. All right. So, guys, you're going to have bad days. Some days are going to really, really suck. But I promise you, I am living proof that on the other side of pain is success. And just because you're successful doesn't mean you will never experience pain again. I mean, I consider myself a successful trader. I've been making a living the last several years doing what I love. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to go through pain. Lord knows I went through some pain today. But I know now, or I've been reminded, that when you go through pain, don't quit. Because if you quit, that pain's going to last forever. If you continue, if you use that pain to your advantage and you let that pain flow through you, on the other side will be success. So, just a message I needed to hear. I couldn't believe it. All right, so our spooktacular sale, this thing is wrapping up pretty quick. I've got one more lifetime membership available and three, I believe, yeah, three of the doubled up roadmap to success membership, the one that gives you a year. So versus the 6 months. So like I said, the idea was for this to run through Saturday, which is Dia de los Muertos, but it may still do that. I may not get anybody else to sign up, and I may go into next month with what I got. But if it does, and if I do get filled up, it's going to go away, and it won't be here this weekend. So just wanted to let you know it's still going on, but it's about to wrap. That's about to be a wrap. Um, so here's how my day started. Let me tell you what started the ball, or what started me. Not the ball wasn't rolling downhill. I was rolling downhill. I at 8:30 I come in, I build my watch list. We had a lot of stocks to look at today. I ended up with 8, and I had to break that down to 4. And I had like 4 and then had some on the secondary watch. So I use Thinkorswim for my charting. And I've been using it. That's the charting I learned on. Yeah, every now and then we do have some issues with it. But typically, whenever I have issues, it's because I've got too much crap running in the background. And my my processor is just full. It's just overworked. So it's hardly I've hardly ever had issues once I figured that out. And I had all that squared away. We marked all the charts up. I log in a little bit early to my trading platform and we mark all those levels up. We're getting ready to open. 2 minutes before the bell rings, ding, Suretrader logs me out. Or, I don't know, DOS logged me out, Suretrader. Somebody logged me out. I don't think anybody else logged into, unless, you know what, I just thought about this. If my son accidentally logged on to my account, he logged me out. I bet you, I just thought I guarantee you that's what happened. Instead of logging on to his account, he logged into mine by accident. I need to ask him. But however it happened, it logged me out. And I lost all of that data because I didn't save any of the levels or anything that I drew. So the market opened, and the first stock I'm looking at is WDC. That's the first one I drew up. And I'm like, yeah, this is looking pretty good. We're really close to breaking the pre-market low. So once that breaks, I'm in. And I've got enough room down to this level. And then we got some more room to work. I'm good to go. So it breaks. I'm trying to get in. It's on SSR, so you got to get on an uptick. This thing washed out. No upticks. If it did, it washed out like 30, 40 cents. I was too far away from this level for me to get in. Way too far away. And so I had to let that go. And I was frustrated. I was hot. So the next stock I went to was W. I didn't have the levels marked on this chart yet because it was just blank. So all I did was mark the opening range low, and I got in. You can see I was almost 4 minutes out. It was almost 9:40 when I got in. This was still on the second 5-minute candle, but I was delayed getting here because I was trying to get in WDC. I jump in. I'm like, hey, it's set up. I jump in. There's enough room here so that I could get to 83. And if I took profit here and it bounced, I'm still in the green. I'm still good. Because this was a nice move. I got in at 84.65. You can see what happened was this is all one order. It just partial fill because, I had to fill on an uptick. So these two were the same order. And you can see my average was about 84.68. And so getting out at 83 would have been great. I mean, that would have been a beautiful, beautiful trade. It didn't quite make it there. And it turned around and it went back up on me and stopped me out. Well, I didn't have this level marked. I did have it marked initially, but when my platform, I had to log back in, all of this was gone. And I didn't take time to look at my Thinkorswim chart to identify the level sitting right here. And had I seen that, I never would have taken this trade. This trade never set up. I can't blame it on the strategy not working. This is me not executing the strategy. 90% of the time, when people complain to me about the strategies not working, and we look at the trade, and it's an execution issue. This is an execution issue. 90% of the time when these trades don't work for me, it's an execution issue. I got in the trade when I wasn't supposed to. The trade never set up. It was never clean. So I was hot. I was mad at myself. This is like the second day in a row, right out of the gate, I have done something stupid. Now, what I teach you guys and what I've been preaching and what I didn't practice myself was, if something like that happens at the open, you sit the hell out. You get yourself together, you get everything back on track, and then you can look to get in on these secondary trades. I didn't take my own. I'm thinking I'm Superman and I'm invincible, that I'm beyond that. And that's the attitude that gets most traders in trouble. When they stop respecting the market, respecting their rules. The rules are in place for a reason. Yeah, sometimes you break the rules and you make money, but eventually it will nail you but good. And so today, it nailed me. So this is how my morning started. I was pissed. So I find this trade, ETSY. This one's good. Okay, so I get in. This one's breaking the 5-minute opening range low again. Here we are at 9:42. We're still well within that 10 o'clock window. And this one's breaking late. So I love it, because the next level down is around 42. We've already taken out the pre-market low. We don't have anything down here. There's no reason whatsoever for this stock to not go. So I sit here, this next candle, it bounces up on me. Then this next candle sells off, and I'm like, okay, we good now. And then we get a bounce, and then another rejection. Here, we couldn't break the low here. So guess what? I should have taken it off. When this candle closed and made a higher low and a higher high, I should have been out. Forget all of this crap. This is turning on me. I can always re-enter, but no, I sat here and allowed this thing to just go against me. And I'm like, what are you doing? Okay, and then came Revenge Trading 101. I jumped in long and then turned around and added back when we bounced. What the hell am I doing at this point, buying into all of this? Why am I doing this? Okay, here's a damn level here. Here's the 20 right here. This revenge trading. Okay, now I should have been bailed out. I had my order sitting at 46. I had 300 shares at 46 to go out. This thing popped up, never touched my order. Never touched it. And came back. So now I'm furious. I am furious. And thankfully, around here, I heard ET's message and I started to feel a little bit better. So I was just waiting for this. I fully expected this to turn around and continue to bounce a little bit, but it didn't. It ended up failing on me. But by then I was okay. I was like, look, let's see if we got any good earnings today. You know, you're a good trader. You're better than this. You know what you did wrong. You You can't go back and fix what you did, but you can fix what you do going forward. And that's what it took. But today, it was just terrible. I mean, just absolutely terrible. There was other stocks, LYFT. This is the one that I did on earnings yesterday. And I know I made a mistake by telling you guys I like this short, and several people took it and ended up losing on it because they stopped themselves out before they should have, or they got scared. That's why I don't call out these earnings anymore. Too many people have not even watched the class, haven't even gone through the class yet, and is just trying to mirror trade. And if somebody says this is setting up long, they're going to buy it long. Or if this is setting up short, they have no idea where to take profit. No idea where the max pain line in the sand should be. Where if it does pop up, it should not go over this level. If it does, then it's probably not coming back. But I had this on watch this morning, and there were some people that messed this up this morning. This is not a setup yet. There's no way. I know it broke the 5-minute opening range low, but you've got the 200 sitting right here. You've got the daily 50 sitting right here. You've got the yesterday's close price, what we call green to red or red to green line, depending on where you're looking at it. All of that's sitting right here. There is no opening range trade. There's no setup. There's too much support. There's not enough room, no window, no setup. The only setup on this is a secondary trade. And that's what you got. Right under this level, secondary trade. You could have taken it here for the more aggressive entry, or you could have waited until it broke the low here and taken it. Either way, you would have been a winner. Look at the windows of opportunity. The next window here wasn't until $40 and some change. It didn't get that far, but hey, if it kept coming, awesome. Okay, and had I not been caught up in the garbage that I was caught up in, I probably would have caught some of these. So the stocks that we're looking at are giving us moves. The setups are working. What's not working is the person executing. And that's where the refinement comes in. That's where being in the market every day, looking at these trades, because they're all going to set up differently. They're all going to look different. They're all going to feel different. But if you're going to make a living in this market, you're going to have to know how to execute these, because the strategy is not going to be perfect every time. Looking at this looks easy. Trying to make the decisions while the market is on and these candlesticks are moving and the numbers are moving, level 2 is going, time to sales running, all of those things get into your head, and blah, you turn into mush. You don't know what the hell to do. That's when you start looking at somebody else trying to follow what they're doing because you're lost. No. Don't do it. Don't do it. Learn this stuff. And if you haven't learned it, don't trade. Don't trade real money. Practice. However much you got to pay for a simulator, do it. If your broker provides you with paper trading account, do it. I spent thousands of hours on demand on Thinkorswim at night, watching the market, watching the replay of the market. I don't know what's going to happen because I haven't seen it. Just watching it, getting that screen time. There's no substitute for it. I promise you, there's no substitute for it. All right, let's go back. All right, so this is the earnings trade, PINS. This one, and I guarantee you, if I would have called this out and somebody jumped in short, and this little pop right here would have spooked them out. They would have closed it, losing $150 or so, and then watch the bottom fall out of this. Okay, there is a strategy. It's not a guess. It's not a 50-50 guess. Now, number one, you have to find what's the general consensus. What's the guidance look like the company's putting out? Because the market trades 6 to 8 months in advance. This stock beat earnings. It was projected to lose 4 cents per share. It made 1 cent per share. Why did it dump? Because the guidance was bad. That's what I was looking for. What's the guidance looks like? Where do they expect this stock to be 6 months from now, 8 months from now? Not the next earnings cycle, but the earnings cycle after that. Where do they see this thing going? And nobody sees any value in this. Nobody. Now, they're going to have to get hooked up with somebody. Somebody's going to have to buy them out or something. Or else this thing is just not going to go anywhere. But these are the things you have to know. And understanding, if it pops to a certain level, that's where you got to get out. But if not, you've got this normal fluctuation that you're going to have to deal with. And a new trader just can't deal with it. If you don't have the skill set, if you don't have the patience, you don't have the discipline, if you don't understand the edge, if all you see is, okay, it's a 50-50 guess, then no, don't trade it. Because you don't know what the hell you're looking at. Don't trade it. It's just like if it's a opening range strategy. There's some people that can't wrap their head around it. They think it's just a guess. If you can't see the edge in it, don't trade it. You need to look for another strategy that you're going to be able to find an edge in. And that's what you trade. You know, some people, that's why professional gamblers, some don't play certain games because they don't see an edge in it. And others may. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's just you have to be able to see it and execute. And if you can't, it's a wrap. Like ET says, it's a wrap. Just forget about it. You know, I hate to be that blunt, but that's just the way it is. You know, so that's it for me. We wrapped up this month. It's not what I wanted it to be, but it's not red. It is green, and that's all that matters to me. I promise you. As long as it's green, I'm growing. My account's growing. If there are things that I messed up along the way, I can fix them. I can work on them next month. So this month is in the books. We're moving past it. The market is coming around. The volatility is getting there. The volume is coming back. Let's make it happen. You know, we're going to finish this fourth quarter strong, and we're going to be ready for 2020. I mean, if you're not, that's fine. But I'm going to be. And everybody that I work with, I'm going to try to make sure you guys are ready as well. So have a great Halloween. I think we've got a bad storm that just came through. I think it washed out our trick-or-treating, but we're still going to have fun. We're still going to carve a pumpkin here and celebrate a little bit. This is where it kicks off for us. You know, and then tomorrow night, really Dia de los Muertos starts tomorrow for us. And then we wrap it up Saturday. It's going to be a fun weekend. Can't wait. This is why I work so hard. To be able to do these things and spend this time with my family. It's priceless, guys. Priceless. So have a great night, a great evening, and I will see you in the morning.